It is a glorious afternoon, and we've been having really warm day today. So I thought it was a good idea to do another video outdoors and from my favorite bench here, right above Lake Stickron. And I have been many times, though there are a lot of mosquitoes. So I thought it was a good idea to continue with something that I'm a little bit way behind, that I've been doing for quite some time, my year chart, where I list my top 25 of my favorite songs from a specific year. It's also a project that I do on Facebook, on a Facebook group. So I transfer it from the Facebook group here to you. So this year this time we will take a year that is the end of an era, you might call it. Maybe it was that last time. Last time we had 79, it was also end of a specific era, end of a decade. But this time it was the end of a special era, the era that I love, that known as the 80s. It was the year when the Berlin Wall was torn down, and Rain Man was on the cinemas, and we're talking then of course about the year 1989, the end of the 80s. Not so much synth pop as I maybe wanted, but it was a good year actually, filled with some really great music. So I was motivated for what was coming in 1989 when it came to music. In 1989 I was turning 15. I started 9th grade. So let's start and see what was great during that year. What should I say? How my musical taste has developed from then to today. There will be a whole lot of dance music, British dance music, but maybe of the more, some of you might call it cheesy, but I call it amazing, great, soft dance beat. A lot of Stock Aitken Waterman it will be. It will be a lot of Swedish also. So some of you may not recognize some of the songs, but hopefully you find it interesting anyway to check it out. So let's start with number 25, and then we have British dance stuff that actually was then among the hippiest and trendiest that you could be. I'm talking about some groovy acid jazz performed by Jazzy B in form of Soul to Soul, and the summer hit Back to Life, However Do You Want Me. Really, really nice, smooth and amazing sound. Just lay back and relax. Really amazing. Really love Soul to Soul. Number 24, the First Swedish, an artist that started as a punk rocker and then became an ordinary Swedish rock style. Then he went to his first solo album this year, and it was maybe a mix of rock and pop, but this was one of the toughest tracks on the album that I don't have. I don't have the single either, so this time I will have to show a compilation. I'm talking about the Swedish singer Thåström, and a song called Alla vill till himmelen, Everyone Wants to Heaven. A really amazing, hard-hitting and nice rock, Swedish rock style in this one. I really huge fan of the amazing beat in this one. 23, coming to a band that was popular this year, and this year only actually, and unfortunately none of the members are alive anymore. They were killed in a car crash, I think, many years ago. I'm talking about a Euro disco band from the 80s called London Boys. This is the album 12 Commandments of Dance, which is a single that I don't have, which is a single that I don't have, the actual single of this one. Talking about the breakthrough Requiem, that is a really nice and beautiful dance beat with a great atmosphere that I really like. A song in a little dark tone, but still a very, very nice nice track. If you like modern talking and the German Eurodisco from the 80s, this might be right up your alley. That was number 23. Coming to number 22, more Swedish, and here we're talking about a woman that almost since I heard of her the first time has been one of my favorites. I'm talking about a Swedish singer called named Anneli Rydé. This is an album called Mellan ljus och mörker, between light and darkness. And I, understand that I don't have the single. A single called Ta mig hem, Take Me Home. A song that actually is written by Per Gessle from Roxette. And it is a nice, also very, very tough and very, very going production that I really, really like. So amazing, amazing Swedish song. 21, we're coming to a band that I can never, of course, forget them. Of course, we gotta have some Depeche Mode. But don't you worry, it's not Personal Jesus this time, because this is a very few times where I actually have placed a B-side on this chart, kind of year chart, because at this place I have the B-side of Personal Jesus, a song called Dangerous. And Dangerous is unlike Personal Jesus, a more sounds a little bit more traditional Depeche Mode, and it's I find it a little bit strange that this song didn't make it as a single of its own, because it has that kind of a strong melody that it actually should have been a single of its own, because it is so great. But as you may understand, coming back to the personal later, coming to number 20, and a woman that had her peak in the 70s, a woman who always wanted us to get up to the dance floor. In 1989 she hooked up with a British then extremely popular and trendy Stock Aitken Waterman and producers, and created a really nice album. I'm no huge fan of Donna Summer's more famous Georgia Moroder tracks. I think this is among her best, contains some of her best songs actually. And at number 20, this time I know it's for real. Extremely catchy and very, very nice danceable production. Really like this song. Always been maybe my absolute favorite Donna Summer song ever. Don't laugh. Number 19, more Stock Aitken Waterman. And this time it is a sister duo, a duo of two teenage sisters that became the front page girl of Stork Aiken Waterman's own disappointment with the British radio station that at the time preferred to play more of older artists like Fleetwood Mac, from Tongue in the Night, and those kind of older guys that made new records and got a lot of airtime in British radio, and they got very irritated for that it wasn't their younger stuff that actually was playing. Or should I say mostly there was disappointment that they actually didn't sell more than Fleetwood Mac. So one of the three producers hit his fist in the table and said, "I'd rather Jack than Fleetwood Mac." And then they had a hit. It was a nice catchy tune. So then they picked up these two teenage girls called Reynolds, the Reynolds Girls, and created this song, "I'd Rather Jack." Maybe a little cheesy, but it is a really catchy and charming song I really like. I don't necessarily agree with the song's lyrics, but it is extremely catchy too. And those of you who might remember, I showed this song actually in my very first video in Vinyl Community 9 years ago. We have 18. We have a man that released a huge album back in 1987 and still produced singles from that album. And then who is the person who releases multiple singles from the same album other than Michael Jackson? Bad is an okay album. It's a good album that contains some good songs, but it also contains some songs that I feel like I don't want to hear anymore. But this might be one of my absolute favorite songs from that album, maybe with a competition from the Way You Make Me Feel. Leave Me Alone. The video is extremely good. I really love the video. But the song is, I love the production. Quincy Jones has made such a hard-hitting production and really amazing sound and beat in this one. Where Michael Jackson is doing his critics, but unlike Stork Aiken Waterman in I'd Rather Jack, he criticizes the media who doesn't leave him alone and wants to publish all kind of rumors and so on. Amazing, one of my absolute favorite Michael Jackson songs of all time. We have at number 17 then, we have more of Stork Aiken Waterman. Can't get enough of them, and this time one of the absolute biggest hits of all time, Kylie Minogue. I don't have the single for this one yet. And the song in this case is Never Too Late. Kylie Minogue had one of her absolute best years in 1989 with almost every song that she released went straight up to the British #1 spot. And it sounds very much 70s disco in an 80s style, and I just love the sound of this one. Stork Aiken Waterman made an amazing production for this song. 15. We have another legend, and we're talking about moving music from moving pictures, music from movies. Prince and Bat Dance from the Batman movie, the first one. And I love when artists and bands actually manage to have an amazing beat and have a really almost like a fun house in the studio, experiments and come up with different ideas, but manage to put it together with the beat that it sounds so fits so perfect together, which is the case with this one. It is clips from the song, and it is from the movie, clips from the movie, and it is some really amazing, some nice effects, and a really amazing groove in this one. One of my absolute favorite Prince songs. 15, and then we come to an artist that I already shown, but this time I actually had the single, and I said that I was a fan of Swedish singer Anneli Rudé. So here comes another song by her. This is a song called Day Der Samba. This is from an album where different artists covers the troubadour Cornelis Vreeswijk that passed away in 1987. So they went together and made different songs from his career. This is him, Cornelis Vreeswijk, the troubadour. And she made this song, Daily Samba, which is a song about a prostitute in Brazil. And Cornelis Vreeswijk version is, of course, a traditional troubadour with a lot of samba beat. Great song, that also. But Anneli, this version is filled with amazing drums and big and powerful and amazing, hard-hitting and great sound in this one. Always been a amazing song that I always liked from the beginning, first time I heard it. Now we're coming into a part where there are a lot of Swedish stuff. So here comes another one, even though the song itself is a classic song that is famous for most of you. I'm talking about from the musical Phantom of the Opera, the Andrew Lloyd Webber classic. They were made in Sweden a pop Schlager version of that song in the autumn, and I loved that song back then, and it has kept through all these years as an amazing song. The pop version of Phantom of the Opera by singers Sofia Källgren, one of my absolute favorite voices, Swedish voices, along with today very forgotten singer Uffe Persson. So really nostalgic and great track from my teen years. More Swedish, and we're coming to one of the more famous Swedish artists. This is Marie Fredriksson from Roxette. That this year Roxette, of course, had their #1 hit in USA, The Look, but right in the middle of all the hectical stuff that they were going through after that, she managed to take time and go into a studio and record a song in Swedish for a TV series that was running in Swedish television back then. A song called Sparvöga, Eye of Sparrow, or Sparrow Eye. I never saw the TV series that had the same name, but the song is an amazing, atmospheric and great sound that I really love. And of course there's Marie's amazing voice also. 12, cover time again, Stock Aitken Waterman time again. The singer of the original one we have already seen. But Stock Aitken Waterman picked up this song by the Jackson 5 and turned it into their little bubblegum disco style and gave it to boy band Big Fun, talking about Blame It on the Boogie. Maybe a little cheesy, but I just love the beat in this one, real dance beat in this one, amazing beat, amazing sound. And then of course Big Fun sings with a lot of falsetto voices, not the best voices, but still I love this song. I like it in the Jackson 5 version also, but this is an amazing version. Number 11, coming to some more Swedish, and this is a group called Susus Orchestra. And though they called orchestra, they're only a member of 3 persons. They're only a band consisting of 3 members. This is the band. This is Susie Tapper doing the vocals, and it is a very nice little dramatic production with a really amazing pop beat and little rock around the edges, and I really like this song. A little dramatic lyrics, dramatic melody in it, and always been a huge fan of this one. Now we're coming into top 10, and at number 10 we have another classic band that had some really trouble with their popularity during the later part of the 80s after their previous vocalist quit, and that vocalist's name was Peter Cetera. Then you know I'm talking about Chicago. But in 1989 they hooked up with Diane Warren and released a song that I think is fantastic. Many may think that is way too commercial, but I just love this song because it is a really amazing power ballad. Talking about, of course, Look Away. Bill Champlin sings this one, and his voice fits so great in this one, actually. So I really like the very very sad, emotional lyrics. I like the dramatic tone in this one and in the song, and the dramatic rock ballad style in this. So one of my favorite Chicago songs among many, as you know. Number 9, a band, another artist that I already have shown, but this time I also have the single. London Boys, we had further down in the chart with Requiem, but at number 9, London Nights. Another amazing disco beat with an amazing disco sound, Euro dance style, amazing atmospheric dance beat that I really like. So a favorite of mine from 1989. Number 8, we're coming to a little much more smoother style. A song that may be connected to my jazz interest, but it is a song that is so amazing arranged. And talking about British, Singing Out Sister and their song You On My Mind from their Kaleidoscope World album. Really fantastic arrangement with the horns, with strings, and the fantastic voice. And definitely one of my absolute favorites, Swing Out Sister songs. Fantastic, today sadly forgotten band. Number 7. 1989 had a lot of great hard-hitting pop songs. Here comes another one, with another one of my absolute favorites. Because a favorite album of mine from 1989 was Living in a Box album, Gate Crashing. A fantastic album with a lot of great pop soul tracks. And the title track, Gate Crashing, is at number 7. It is a really amazing go happy, great pop, hard-hitting track that is really done with a maybe a little glint in the eye, and amazing, great pop track. Number 6, now coming to, of course, then again, Depeche Mode, and this time it is Personal Jesus. It's hard to leave this one out, even though it's been on rotation very much through my life, but it is such an amazing song that definitely were a song that made, I assume, many, including me, go, Depeche Mode? Is this Depeche Mode? A lot of guitars and stuff, but they managed to do it so well to combine a little rockier style with their traditional melody, Martin Gore melody, and with their little dark style. So amazing song. Now we're getting to the top. So we have at number 4. I forgot one thing. You might wonder, hey, what happened to place number 5? Are you ignoring the 5th place? Is place number 5 a number that you totally will not take in your mouth? No, but I just forgot it. So instead, I'm going to show place number 5 right here and now instead. Number 5 goes to German singer Sandra, that you have seen multiple times in this year charts. This is her single We'll Be Together, from her Into a Secret Land album that I think is one of the best albums ever also. And it's more catchy and a little more happy tune that maybe many other songs of that album. But it is a really great one, great sound by Michael Cretu as always, and the melody is really fun and catchy. So number 5, of course, to my favorite German singer, Sandra. Now let's go back to the bench and the lake a couple of days ago. So we have at number 4 a song that really goes into what I said with Prince, where you have almost like a playhouse in the studio, and here combine it with some trendy house beat, and out comes a really fun and funky and funny song. Hit House from Belgium, and Hit House were Peter Slaghuis, who was the man who had a hit with the Woodpecker from Space under the name Video Kids. Hit House and the song Jack to the Sound of the Underground is a song that is extremely trendy, but it was so amazing and fun song where so it happens stuff every time, and still it is so amazing groove. Always a favorite of mine since I heard it the first time. Now, Metal Possession, coming to number 3. There we have a ballad that always been a huge favorite of mine, sung by one of the best voices ever, and one of the most gorgeous girls ever. I'm talking about Bangles and, of course, Eternal Flame. Such a cute and charming ballad sung by my favorite Susanna Hoffs, and that grows out to this song with such an amazing production and arrangement, and really amazing, well-made song. Beautiful and very relaxing and amazing song. Number 2, a song that also have been one of my absolute favorites since I heard the first time. It have always also been one of my absolute favorite songs ever. A fantastic soul track that very few today actually remembers or know about. It wasn't a big hit in bigger part of the Europe, but I heard it on MTV and I felt like what a song. I'm talking about the Dutch sisters Kleeman in the band Louise Lane. I don't have the single yet, unfortunately, high on my wish list, but this is from the album Fortune Fairytales, a highly recommended album with pop, soul, very relaxing summer sounding album. And at number 2 we have the single It's the First Time. If you want a song that really you can listen to at summertime, laying in the sun and just relaxing in the sun with maybe some wind that some breeze that touches you, here is the song, because this is it's the first time. It's definitely one of my favorite songs of all time, but also one of my absolute favorite summer songs of all time. So Louise Lane from Holland with It's the First Time. And number 1, number uno, number dos, not number eins. And I think those of you who have know me, have seen me through the streams and so on through the years, knows which song that comes right now, that knows you from 1999, because my favorite song from that year is, of course, Tears for Fears, Sowing the Seeds of Love. I said it before, I say it again, that this is such a fantastic song. Production is amazing, and it is the song takes you everywhere. It takes you everywhere to different places through the entire song. You never know what's going to happen next, but it fits so well and is so amazing well done. And with this very much Beatles sounding production, and Tears for Fears have made an iconic classic that I can listen to over and over again. Also one of my absolute favorite songs of all time. If not my favorite song, but there are a lot of competition there, but it's one of my absolute favorite songs of all time. Number 1, Tears for Fears, Sowing the Seeds of Love. So, that was mine, 1989. Made here in this beautiful landscape. Now when it's afternoon and the sun is starting to fade away a bit. So while the mosquitoes have been having a party here, it's time for me to go back home. I hope that you have enjoyed this little walkthrough of the 80s last year in 1989. And I hope that you have a really nice time, no matter where you are, no matter what you do. Take care and so long.